We are back in the MG Gallery in Quezon Avenue. Now, this gallery is very fresh. As you can tell that it's not even finished just yet. There's a lot of improvements that need to be made. They're trying to beautify this place as best as possible as an experience center. There are no transactions that happens here, but you can look at cars that haven't even been launched, like this 7. Beautiful color, this car. But anyway, it's an experience area where you can touch, feel, sit inside, see what's gonna be like if you own one of these cars. Just an experience. And they're still fixing this up. Like I said, it's still fresh. What's fresh too is the recently launched car that we had a quick video on, which was the MG3. And I want to take you out back to show you, because on paper, this car has got a lot of what and a lot of what, and that I'm excited to show you. Very quickly at the launch, we were just standing beside it. We never actually sat inside the car or gave you a proper walk around of the car, which is exactly what we're gonna do right now. It's very exciting because what this car represents is so much potential. There's really a lot of potential on this car, and I wanna get down to it immediately. Let's start up front. You'll notice that it may be a subcompact, but the way that the grille is patterned and designed, it looks like it wants to make the car as wide as possible. Even the hood scoops down and tries to make the center as big as possible, especially because of these cuts right here. And the lights, similar to the rear, they've got this butterfly, or better yet, a dragonfly effect on it that makes it seem like the car is zooming around very quickly. And I'll tell you why that's apt. Because what's underneath, well, we'll get to that a little bit later. Down the side, there are a lot more lines and cuts. It doesn't make the car look boring at all. It looks like it's moving. There's a lot of fluidity to it. And it's just starting to look like a really hot hatch, in my opinion at least. Hot hatch, yes, because, well, you've got disc brakes up front and at the rear for maximum stopping power. You'd think, why would a car of this size need disc brakes up front and rear? Again, I'll get to that a little bit later. You've got your repeaters on your side mirrors, cameras. 360, mind you. There are cameras on all angles or other all sides of this car. And then it kind of swoops down and tapers down by the rear. Coming over, I want to show you the rear. The rear, again, has got these dragonfly lights, a pattern inside that's very nice. I like that. And of course, this is the thing that we're talking about, the fact that it is a hybrid, the very first in its segment. Before that though, I want to show you the trunk space. You are looking at over 260 liters of space, very usable space. Obviously you can take the tonneau out and make it even more, and then fold the seats for over 900 liters of space. So great inside this hatch. A little bit of a lip, so heavier things might take its toll, but it is quite tall when you remove the tonneau. And of course, the width of it is big enough. I can definitely see myself putting a balikbayan box in here when you fold the second row, or a golf bag, no issues there. Before we sit inside the car, I know you want to see the interior. I want to get to this hybrid first, and why I feel as if that this is like a dragonfly that can zip around the city. Come to the front. Now, this is where I believe it really makes it a hot hatch. Now, there are 2 engines available for the MG3, the hybrid and the non-hybrid. The non-hybrid will get you a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine, 4 cylinders of course, mated to a CVT that produces, get this, 120 horses and 150 Newton meters of torque. Now in a car of this size, that's understandable, yes, but this hybrid system with this electric motor right here, this car produces 200 horses and 250 Newton meters of torque. Good grief! Oh my gosh, the potential of this car is ridiculous. That's just one thing. Wait till I get to the price. Oh my goodness. But before that, let me take you inside to show you the interior of this car. Why don't we start with the rear seats? The cockpit, aptly said, because of the way the seats are, the bolsterings are really great. I don't think even Jack, if he were here, he'd have an issue with these bolsters, because although they do stick out, they're actually quite comfortable as I'm leaning on them right now. If you have seen our video of the MG4, which we put the links down below, by the way, it's a similar cockpit to that MG4, but here in the MG3, it's just amazing because you don't expect it in a subcompact, which is to say you have a 7-inch screen directly in front of you. This is, of course, is your instrument cluster. To the right is a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system with, again, a reverse camera and a 360 view, and that also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Your air controls are found down below. On the steering wheel, a bit oddly shaped for me, but I think I can forgive it because it's flat on top and at the bottom, but it does have a lot of buttons for functions on your steering wheel, including cruise control in a subcompact. Amazing. Cup holders found down below. Mosquito not welcome in this car. You have a dial for your drive, which this might be an issue for some people because there's a lot of piano black around it and some people still like the gear lever. I think it's actually okay. It's a showcase of the future. Electronic parking brake, auto hold, and then drive modes are available here. This, I also have to add that this is a hybrid, right? So which means that this car has two advantages in the sense of, well, other than the fact that it's got 250 horses, no, 200 horses and 250 Newton meters of torque. Number one is that it can propel itself strictly on electric power, which means number two, that this isn't coded, or rather, it's coded free. You get what I'm getting at? If you were to sit inside this car, when you come here to the MG Gallery, it's quite comfortable. It feels very engaging is what I want to say. It could use a few more things, like let's say, for example, a sunroof or a wireless charger. But who am I kidding? I don't think those things would be in this car for the price that they're asking for. And that is what I want to end with because it's going to shock you. The naturally aspirated MG3 comes at just 678,000 Philippine pesos. You did not hear me wrong, 678. While this hybrid with 200 horses and 250 Newton meters of torque comes in at 1,088,000 Philippine pesos for a hot hatch, essentially hybrid. Oh my goodness, the potential of this car is amazing. Now, I have yet to drive this car. I don't know what the CVT feels like. I don't know what the power delivery is like. And also, I don't know what the fuel consumption figures are. But when we do get this car for a behind the wheel, trust me, I'm going to get all that information for you quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you'd like more information about this car, other specs inside it, including the advanced driver assist systems and prices and colors, head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph. Try our app, which is available on iOS and Android, to see all the information that you can grab on this MG3. I am so excited about this car. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Take care, stay safe, see you soon. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on the behind the wheel of this car. I want to take it out for a spin already. Man.